Smoking Joe Frazier. His 3 battles with Muhammad Ali, perhaps the most famous the sport has ever seen.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red.
What a pleasure it is to... Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali. His fights against George Foreman. Tried to score with a jab. These punches coming from every angle. Both men step back for just a moment. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The most difficult punch to land clean, and he just did it there. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about fury in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges... Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp. Concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving the man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. A nice left hook. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
They exchange punches. It's obvious who the bigger, stronger fighter is. Let's see if they use it to their advantage.
Done that before. Use your reach, use your speed. Frustrate the opponent. Make a mistake.
Jab does not score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about fury in that last round. And there's the bell for round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. That counter shot lands. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. And he scores with the counter. No rest for the weary. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. An uppercut does not score. Shot. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. That was on to the fourth we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. A second to catch our breath. A straight right just misses. Good counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Well done with that counter shot. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice punch. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast and you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. How about that time? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's Frazier in trouble. Let's talk about fury in that last round. As bad as things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Being exerted here. Just misses with that left uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming coming right back. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite-level stuff here.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Just missed with that hook. Nice counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. Good counter punching. You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. And there's the bell for round 6. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Beautiful counter punch. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. They're giving us a high-tempo show. There's a counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Missing with the hook. Catch and shoot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Talk about a Here comes round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is Frazier in trouble? Is this the big down goes Joe Frazier? What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Got to waste time. Get stuck behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then going to foul you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
We need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round.
Oh, no, I got to cut you off here, Johnny. Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier? A big headshot and he goes down. We have got to see that again. slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Smoking Joe may go. Let's see how the corner hit. And there's the bell for round 8. He barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the...
I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
What this means, to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination, maximum respect.
Nice job blocking the hook. Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter. He can't get out of the way. That's straight. Perfect counter shot. Perfect punch. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a... Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, King Ryan Garcia, one of the brightest stars in all of boxing. This Southern California native is must-see TV.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
What a pleasure to be in this And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. These two were made for each other. That counter shot lands. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people are here in this place. They will spot it.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Right now the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. And the kid goes down. Let's see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play deep? 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. About Garcia in that last round. Here we go for round 2. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Scoring shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Perfect counter lands. No rest for the weary. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move.
Oh my God, Johnny! Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Garcia in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
There's the bell for round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter shot. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. You'd like to see more jabs. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Have to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter. Good counter punching. Beautiful counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Garcia in that last. On to the fourth we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Jab misses. Jab slightly off target. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Need to be careful they don't hold that thought. Are we about to see Ryan Garcia go to the canvas? Big shot, and down goes Garcia. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four.
I can't believe it. They are giving up. And that is that. They so...
It's okay. Nice pickup, Zachary. I would like at the quarterback position, I would love some Jordan Love this week, okay? I would love Jordan Love, who we talked about earlier in the program, gentlemen. Keep going. And then at tight end, I will go with Travis Kelce.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is, Terrence Crawford. It's the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs, 183 centimeters tall, weighed in at 73 kgs with a reach of 187 centimeters.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can
Terrence Bud Crawford. Here comes...
This bout is scheduled.
All the talking had... Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Ooh, look at that left jab. Beautiful counter punch. Do you believe what we are seeing? This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Jab slightly off target. Swing and a miss for that jab. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They're both trying for a knockout. Nice counter shot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in time.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every touch.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his... Oh, he's just taking a big breath, and here we go again. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite-level middleweights. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Catch and shoot. Both men step back for just a moment. Halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
Punch, counter punch. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last... Here's the bell to start round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He misses with that jab. Perfect counter lands. And he scores with the counter. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Here's a counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. Another scoring shot there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Stop.
Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judge.
On to the 5th we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Pretty close fight here in this round. And finally, Jacobs crumbles to the canvas, and it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. These two fighters are made for one another. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. This is the beginning of round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Crawford in trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they doing? What are they telling him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Stamina is off the charts. Those counter punches have to hurt. And they figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside post-round.
Nice counter. I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being... Here comes round 7. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Perfect counter shot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see 2 boxers feel each other out, test each other's power. Hold that thought! Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? It's bombs away. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Round 8, and we're off again. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Go back to the draw. We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you, always.
It's the Towering Inferno, fighting out of Coachella, California, ranked as the best active light middleweight by the Ring magazine. Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greatest all-time, won world titles in 5 weight classes, and he fights out of Wilmington, North Carolina.
Look at this, these fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, representing the renowned boxing family from Coachella, California in the United States, here is a unified super welterweight champion of the world, the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need...
You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Good right jab. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and moves. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
So hot, so heat. If there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on your face, you're sweating, and you're getting on there. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be a hellfire on you.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. It didn't land. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They have no respect for each other's punching power. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
Here we go. It's round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Nice counter. Sugar Ray Leonard, can you believe it? Just got knocked down. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? What a shot.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's putting down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. He'll try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be. We just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back on the fight.
And there's the bell for round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, you've got to post around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Oh my God, Johnny! The door just got rocked. Still standing.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell them when they go back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Nice counter shot. You don't want to go tit for tat there in this spot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. No secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance without it.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
It's so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that? Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The straight right just misses. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to sort of actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
You don't want to trade shots. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Can't land the jab there. The straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. That uppercut misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round.
Let's start the 6th. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Men step back for just a moment. Nope, that jab not going to score. lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Needs to go back.
Round, good round. I like it. There's the bell to start round 7. Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny? Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
Not many people would have predicted it.